What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon NBA DFS video. It is Monday. It is December 4th, and we are back with another video. I know it's been a week since I put a video out. It's not good practice. I completely understand that. I must come clean. Tuesday night, I think it was Tuesday night, I started the flu. I had some stomach bug that literally went until Saturday. It was awful. I slept more than I've ever slept. I lost 10 pounds. I wanted to do videos for you. I could not do videos for you. But we are back. Hopefully, I am good to go. Hopefully, I don't get sick anymore. But I kind of just wanted to bring that to your attention. Even if we don't have videos on the site or on YouTube here, if you go to FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, you can check that out. I was still able to, throughout the day, complete the cheat sheet, do the bets, do everything else that goes in with NBA and NFL this past week as well. So I want to just bring that out to you guys to let you guys kind of know where I was. Hopefully I don't get it again. It was terrible, but we are back. Not the best slate. We have 2 games today. We have 2 games on Tuesday. Then we have a full slate on Wednesday. And then I believe Thursday is the final in-season tournament. I really don't like this in-season NBA tournament, but I wanted to bring a video to you guys. I wanted to get you guys in the mindset of building on even a small, tiny slate like this, and just kind of think about, kind of kickstart you into Week 14 of the NFL. I cannot believe we're already into Week 14 of the NFL, but it's here. So hopefully, as long as I feel good, I'm going to get as many videos as I possibly can out this week for NFL on top of the NBA as well. A little note, I noticed that we were doing MMA, and to be completely honest with you, it takes a lot of time to put everything together, and I just noticed like 2 people clicked on it all week. So it just doesn't look like anyone's playing MMA, DFS, or really PGA. So I'm going to look at it. I'm going to reassess. I think we're going to go away from MMA for now. If we get some more interest in MMA, maybe we'll bring it back. But it's just, it hasn't looked like anyone is really looking at it. And the many hours that it takes each week to just compile everything, I think it could be better spent on NBA, just a little bit better. So that being said, that's where we're at there. Anytime a video gets at least 50 likes, you leave a comment, you are a subscriber, you have a chance to win a free week of DFS content. Anytime a video gets 100 likes, you have a chance to win a free month. 125 likes is a chance to win a free year. And anytime any of our videos get at least 150 likes, you leave a comment, you are a subscriber, you have a chance to win a lifetime pass, normally worth $4.99. You guys can win it for just getting 150 likes on this video. And what we're going to start doing is, I think I'm going to start doing some more YouTube shorts. And if the videos get at least 50 likes, we will post a tournament lineup, and I'll pin it down below. So that being said, if you've been here before, you know the drill. Let's get it going. Like I said, not the best slate today, and we're going to look at it. Anytime there's less than 5 games on the slate, we're just going to give you a few picks at each position. Anytime there are at least 5 or more games on the slate, we give you 3 top, 3 mid, and 3 value picks at each position for NBA. Now, with this being 2 games, you're going to have to be creative, and you're going to have to use a I would go ahead and you'll see when we get to it, but use that multi-position eligibility, because it is gross out there for some of these positions. And we're going to look at it exactly, so we'll talk about it. So just kind of looking at this, let's start right off the rip right here. We got Tyrese Halliburton. He is questionable. Didn't play the last game. He is questionable for today. We don't have any news on him. I do have him projected early at 52 fantasy points. Now, if he is out, the 3 people that you should pivot to that should pick up the points, the minutes, the usage would be TJ McConnell, Andrew Nembhard, and Benedict Mathurin. So not all of these are in the same position, but these are just ones that would get a bump up. Now, with that, depending on when you watch this video, we do simulations throughout the day. So just like MLB, we do a total of 10,000 simulations for MLB and 10,000 simulations for NBA as well. Those are on the website here. If you go under NBA, we got NBA DFS simulations. Now, I'll just kind of show you what the simulations were for Saturday. Obviously, we didn't have any games on Sunday. Actually, I'll show you all of this information at the end of this video. So stick around to the end of the video. I want, for the people that just want the projections, also this article is down below in the description. Give it some love. Hit the button and go to the website and check it out. It definitely helps us out as well. So back to here. We got De'Aaron Fox at 46 fantasy points. We got Drew Holiday, 32 fantasy points. Derek White, also 32 fantasy points. And then Malik Monk and Bruce Brown, both at 27 fantasy points projections. Now, these are early projections. They can change throughout the day once we see players that are in or out and, maybe value picks up. That's where some of these lower price guys, we can project a little bit more. So what's awesome about this is with NBA, and hopefully most of you know this, NBA is one of, if not the easiest sport to actually project out for fantasy points, because you kind of understand where the usage is. The minutes play a factor, obviously. Past matchups. And all of that plays a factor into these statistics, which helps us project out a little bit easier than other sports. So, moving to the shooting guard, we got Jaylen Brown at 39 fantasy points. We got Brandon Ingram at 38. Buddy Hield at 31. Kevin Huerter, 28. Jordan Hawkins, 23. And Benedict Mathurin at 22 fantasy points. Now, obviously, there's one of our dogs. Obviously, with Mathurin, he could see a bump up if he is the one that gets the most usage if Halliburton is out. Now, if he's in, this is where Mathurin might go down a little bit. And that's why I say check out all of the projections we have. We do a lot of things in the morning. We run the simulations throughout the day. We update projections about 2 hours before tip-off on any given slate for NBA. So it's definitely something. These are very early projections, but I wanted to give you guys this information and show you what we have to offer throughout the entire day and season for NBA DFS. So, looking at the small forward position, you got Herbert Jones at 26 fantasy points. We've got Harrison Barnes at 24, Dyson Daniels at 23. We've got Sam Hauser at 22 and Chris Duarte at 17. Now, this is exactly what I'm talking about. The small forward position just at the surface is bleak. You've got the top guy at 26 fantasy points. Herbert Jones is the top guy. This is one where definitely take your fantasy points. Look at the other when you're building your lineup. If you like one guy at point guard, but he's also got eligibility somewhere else, and you got another guy who's got different eligibility, plug him into, today, plug him into small forward. And you're going to see this exact same thing with center. It is bleak out there today. This might be a day that you want to take a rest and you don't want to play, but I know you guys are here, and that's really not why you're here. You definitely are here to play DFS, and we're all addicted. We understand that. And this is one of those where today is one of this will be a day that I'll tell you that I would play lightly or less than what you do. Normally, any given night, I play about 20 lineups. I might play a handful, maybe 5. I would rather just focus on Monday Night Football and prop betting. I might prop bet on this instead of DFS. Just the way it's going, I don't really like it. And a lot of our DFS, if you haven't been noticing, simulations, and we've been putting in AI as well. A lot of, and we've started to build an algorithm with AI that has been pretty good with sports betting, both NFL and NBA. So if you want to stick around, we tweet them out. Definitely follow us on Twitter at advisors_team. Trying to get to 10,000 followers there on Twitter. Would love to get you guys to follow. Gonna start throwing out some free AI bets as well throughout the day for NFL and NBA the rest of the season. So we moved to power forward. Kind of good. We got Zion at 41 fantasy points. Then we dropped down to Kristaps Porzingis at 37. He is questionable. He has not played for a while. I think it's a calf problem. He did not play Friday. He was kind of hinting that he's very close, which means he could play today. Don't know if he plays today. That's definitely something to pay attention to. If he plays, we have him early projected at 37. Obviously, that will be edited and updated if, he's on a minutes restriction or he's not exactly where they think he should be. So that is definitely something to look at. I'm probably off of Porzingis today. I'll just have to kind of wait for the news to kind of see if there's anybody else that, are looking at it. And I will see a bunch. I feel like this is one where we'll see news pretty early during the day. Depending when you watch this, the news may have already broke. But that's definitely something what I'm looking at for Porzingis. Probably off of him today, but I wanted to give you an option because after that, you got Al Horford at 30 fantasy points. You got Keegan Murray at 29. Obi Toppin 25, and then Najee Marshall at 22. It's really not much to go off of there. So not the best. I don't enjoy a lot of this. Today, again, you're here. We've got 4 teams, 2 games. Let's see what we can do. And then we move to the center position. Like I said, we've got Sabonis at 46 fantasy points, which I believe... Nope, he's only center position now. I thought he used to be power forward. You got Miles Turner at 33, which he's only center position. We've got Jonas Valanciunas at 32, which he's only center. Trey Lyles is only center at 20, and then you got Isaiah Jackson down to 18. It is very bleak. If we look at this and you want to see like Zion is power forward and center, Porzingis probably off of him. Horford is both power forward and center, so is Obi Toppin. You've got the options to kind of look at this and possibly feel, hey, we're going to go here, but let's pivot to somewhere else. Because, I mean, if you just look at this, so overall, all players, Halliburton's 10,900, and then it drops down and just steadily drops down to very cheap. And that's kind of, that's going to be today, pretty much going to be tomorrow. I mean, we still have to project out for tomorrow, but it doesn't look like it's going to be wholly better than what today is. So if this is the first time you've been to this channel or seen what we've done, we usually do a lot more. There's just not a lot of games going on right now. So normally on a normal slate, if we have at least 5 games, it is 3 top players at each position, 3 mid players at each position, and 3 value players at each position with the projections out there. On top of that, we have simulations, stuff like that. So kind of like what I said, this article right here is in the description of the video. Please click it and show some love so I can see that you guys are actually wanting more of this. The love and support that you guys have given us on the channel since basically last March has not gone unnoticed. I am very, very excited. I'm trying to brainstorm how to make MLB DFS better once it comes back in 3 months. You know, very excited MLB to be back soon. Those videos are the ones that really made us. We went real in depth with those, and you guys seem to absolutely love those. Those videos were anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour long, but we dug in to each and every game, each and every pitcher, hitter, everything. It's kind of hard to do that with NFL. It's very hard to do that with NBA, just because with MLB, you kind of know who's going to play every single day. Basically, they're going to play 9 innings. NBA, they could play 5 minutes, and all that research was for nothing. So that's kind of what we're looking at. If you guys have ideas of what you would like to see with MLB DFS videos next season, let me know. Would love to know how to make MLB better. But you guys are here for NBA. So if you go to FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, FTA Plus, you can use for a month pass, $24.99. Check it out. But we have NBA, so simulation models. So what we've done, and this is obviously from Saturday, but the easiest thing might be to come down here, scroll down, and then open it up in this little box down here, and it opens up to here. And then you can, go blah, 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 make it smaller, make it bigger, however you want to be able to see the screen. But we've got the players, the matchup here, their consistency. How many times this year they've gone from 3 times value up to 8. So what you're looking for is, if you're playing cash, you're looking, here's the sweet spot for cash, about 6.5 times value. So that means Nikola Jokic at 12,500 needs to get at least 6 to 6 times that in fantasy points, which would be, let's see, what was that? That's just 12,500 times 6 equals 75 fantasy points. So how many times, and this is how it goes. So this is how it goes 3 times all the way up. So with that, these update every day with what we're looking at for salary. So we look at that, Jokic at 75. We don't go up to 75, but he has hit that. And we can't look at it right now because it's not on here. Well, can you do non-starters? Nope, that's just MLB. That's just kind of where we're at. Luka here, we see that. How many times he's hit 70 fantasy points. Consistency on fantasy points. You can see Jokic has, in 26% of his games this year, he's hit 70%. So that's what we're looking at. If you have questions, that's definitely where we're at with the with our simulations. So those are there. Those are part of the premium content. So if you want to see these will be updated normally throughout the day, updated for this slate. You've got NBA DFS minutes played. Depending on when you're watching this will be updated as well. So this is every single team, and you can go all the way down. Every single team, all of the depth charts, anyone who's played at least 1 minute for any team will be on here. Now, this, depending on when you watch this, this is probably already updated, but this is as of a couple of days ago. So what it is each depth chart, it's got their position, it's got their minutes per game, the last 3, what they've averaged, their last 5, what they've averaged, and their last 10, what they've averaged. Then, what they're averaging overall in the year, 35.6. Then it breaks it down by game. So this is what I'm saying. When I said it earlier, when you're looking at this is by game. And fantasy points come from minutes. Most 99% of the time, the more minutes you play, the better chance you have to score fantasy points. We do have some that play 20 minutes who don't do anything. But that's kind of what you're looking for when you're building out. So look at this. This is a great tool for minutes if you want to look at, completely free for you. NBA points allowed by position. This is right here. This is free too. So if you're playing DraftKings or Fanduel, whichever one you're playing, you want to see how many fantasy points the worst team has given up. So the Spurs against the point guard, 57.7. They're giving up an average of 57.7 DraftKings fantasy points to the opposing point guards per game. That's per game, and it's each position for you. So that's definitely something to help you out. Another one is Vegas odds. So when the Vegas odds come out, it's Vegas. So you can use that to your advantage. Our top plays are broken down between FanDuel and DraftKings. So they're broken down between DVP, or defense versus position, and they're broken down by team total, so implied team total. So obviously this is Saturday, but you can see that the Milwaukee versus Atlanta game, Milwaukee had a team total of 129.25. Obviously, Vegas knows what they're doing, so they have implied team totals places. Then you start to break it down. Let's look at the players for Milwaukee. They have the highest team total. And then you break it down by, let's see who we can afford to, because, it's how expensive are they. So those are the top plays there. We've got the player projections. So if you look at these player projections, these are kind of like what we have for NFL if you've been there before. We project them out. So this is Saturday. Obviously, you got the players, you got their matchup here, their DVP, projected fantasy points, DraftKings, FanDuel, each tab, their last 5 games, what their floor has been in the last 5 games, their average, and then their ceiling. So as you can see, Jokic has a ceiling on DraftKings of 81.3. Then you got the over-under and the implied team total. So definitely a lot of free tools, a lot of tools to help build through. We've got our chalk, which means if you're playing cash, it's about the top 10 players at each position. You can see the ownership percentages. So if you're playing cash, you want to have those players because you want to be kind of on an even playing field. If you're playing tournaments, that's where you pivot and go. You can look at the players, you can see what they're projected out, and then you can see their ownership percentage. So the lower the ownership percentage obviously means it's for the better. It doesn't always work out, but it is a good pivot tool if you're playing cash and tournament. Then we got our cheat sheet. So this is cash and tournament players at each position, just like baseball. So point guard, shooting guards, all the positions. Then we got leverage plays at those positions. Then we've got tiers. So we started doing tiers. I don't know how many people actually play DK tiers, though. We got our lineups for FanDuel. We got our lineups for DraftKings, and then boomstick shots, which are a couple of our players that we believe or are projected out to be at least 7 times value, which, those are the players you're looking for tournaments. So we've got a lot to offer for NBA. If you haven't, go check it out, FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. go sign up FTA Plus or browse around the site and let us know what you think. So that is today's video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let us know. We are here for you. Try to answer them as much as I possibly can. If you want to hit us up via email, it's dfshelp1@gmail.com. That's dfshelp1@gmail.com. Or hit us up on Twitter/X @advisors_team. So good luck on this 2-game slate. Would love to know how many of you guys are actually playing this slate. And let's bring them some bacon together today, guys. Peace.